Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Into the Mist. It is our official Curse of Strahd campaign for your D&D pleasure. I'm so excited to bring it to you live tonight, and it's going to be a doozy. I am telling you right off the top, it will be epic. Let's get through announcements as quick as we can and get right to the action. First of all, wow. Sorry for the delay in starting. Again, it wouldn't be Barovia without some technical issues right before we go live. So I apologize for that, but we will get through these as quick as possible. First off, thank you to Dungeons & Dragons, our main title sponsor. As usual, we are thankful for their sponsorship. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. In fact, today I just got a Curse of Strahd revamped set. This is different than the Beetle and Grimm set. It's got lots of wonderful things, but one of my favorites is this really cool, like, Sleeping Strahd in the box. And then it's got a paperback version of the book and a bunch of handouts and the Taroka deck and all of that stuff as well. So you can check that out. Our other main title sponsor is Beetle and Grimm's. We love the people at Beetle Grimm's. They create awesome, immersive boxes for your D&D experiences. Right now, they are offering 10% off their Curse of Strahd legendary box. You can check that out at beetleandgrims.com. The link and the promo code for 10% off is in the chat. So check out the chat on twitch.tv/Realmsmith, and you will be entered, or use that promo code, and you can use it for 10% off that box. We want to thank Matt Lillard and all the wonderful people at Beetle and Grimm for that. We have a bunch of awesome handouts and things that we've been showing this whole season, and we look forward to using them into the next season of Into the Mist when we come back after Tides of Wildmount. Also want to thank Syrinscape, our other main title sponsor. We are powered officially by them. You can head to www.syrinscape.com/Realmsmith, and you can download all of the sets that we use to run our show by entering either Curse of Strahd or Realmsmith into the search bar. Tonight, we're actually going to be using some of the official Curse of Strahd stuff that they released with the revamped box set. And if for those of you that don't know, Syrinscape is a theme and ambient player for your tabletop gaming experiences that you can use to bring ambience and fun and immersion to your tabletop. So check that out. Also want to thank our product sponsors, WizKids. One of the minis that we're using tonight is from the Fangs and Talons set that is being released soon. Dwarven Forge for a lot of the terrain. You can see the tops of the buildings here. I want to thank them for their donations and their product. Hero Forge for all of the player miniatures, including the unconscious ones, the flat unconscious ones that we will be using probably tonight, given the way things went last session. Mithril Armory just finished their Christmas ornament Kickstarter. It went incredibly well, and it closed very successfully. And they even put a little teaser as to what's coming next, I think, or down the road in a few months. So check that out at mithrilarmory.com and on all socials. And then, of course, D&D Beyond for powering us with their system. Today, we are doing a giveaway of the Curse of Strahd digital version of for your D&D experience. You can enter to win a digital version of the Curse of Strahd for D&D Beyond by entering DOOM, D-O-O-M, into the chat. We will do the draw in the break to pull a winner, and you will receive a code to unlock the free version. And then in the second half of tonight, we're actually going to, in the break, we're also going to draw 2 seats for the one-shot that we were supposed to run a little while ago. We're going to run it as a prologue to Tides of Wildmount. We have a crazy season coming for Tides of Wildmount starting November 23rd. That is officially said here first. November 23rd is the launch premiere of Season 2 of Tides of Wildmount, and you can join us back then. I want to thank all of our Smith Guardians as usual, and for all of those that are RPing and have been RPing on the Discord this season. We couldn't do this without you folks. We wouldn't want to, and thank you so much. If you want to join our Discord, all you have to do is subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Realmsmith. You'll be entered into the role-playing community. You'll be able to role-play daily by crafting items and doing a bunch of different things, as well as entered into quests that will be run by our Smith Guardians, who are our moderators and our quest givers. And that story runs alongside, in parallel to our live stream story, and you'll see how those two merge tonight and in the last couple of sessions. Tomorrow night, I will be doing Behind the Screen, and we'll be going over all of the awesome things that happened this episode and happened throughout the season, and maybe a bit of a sneak peek of what will be happening in Tides of Wildmount. Players Table on Thursday with Joel Auge. He will be going over some scenes from this episode, as well as a bunch of other awesome things that he typically does, including singing, which he does so well and people love. And that is it. If you like what you see tonight, definitely consider following our Twitch channel. If you, merch. Thanks, Julian. We have merch. You can check it out at our merch store. We have them for both Into the Mist and Tides of Wildmount. And that little widget to buy that merch is below the video. We have t-shirts and a bunch of other stuff. We actually ordered a bunch that we'll be showing you this coming week and into the next season. If you like what you see here tonight, consider following at least on Twitch. If you do that, this will blink purple. If you subscribe, it'll blink blue, and then green if you spend some bits tonight in order to do that. There will be an opportunity to spend some channel points. We've never done that before, but I know a lot of you have been given them for your loyalty. I know there's some people have hundreds of thousands of them. You'll be able to spend them tonight to do something, and we wanted to make sure that we reward you guys for your loyalty. I think we are ready to jump in. That is all the announcements. I just went through them all. I want to say hi to the cast this evening. Hello, guys. How you doing? First off, I want to say hi to all the cast, the regular cast. And of course, joining us back in the role of Rictavio is Mr. Matthew Lillard. Thank you, Matthew, for joining us tonight. Matt, I want to ask you real quick, dude. I know we had a conversation on the phone about it. How was your first public DMing experience during Night of Dread? Please give us a bit of a breakdown of how that went. You're muted right now, I think. It's all good, though. No, you're not muted.
We see him.
We can hear him.
Now we hear you.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh, good. I was just saying that the chat, I signed in and they all sort of cheered for the event, which was very humbling and very sweet. It was good. It was overwhelming. I was super nervous. I had to restart the stream twice because I was going so fast and talking so fast that I felt like I was about to pass out. I'm not a person that is really great at preparing, and so I felt like I was unprepared.
Yeah.
But it turned out that once the game started and we started to play,
yeah,
that it sort of fell into space, and I had a blast. I had a really great time. I had great players. I had 5 incredible women that were incredible to game with, and we're there every step of the way with yes-anding me and sort of adding to the story. And so all in all, it was very successful and super fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, I watched it, and I have to tell you, man, your ability to improvise is unparalleled. If you have a DM superpower, it's your ability to improvise and kind of run and also include people in the narrative like I've never seen, actually. I actually learned a lot, dude, from watching you do that, because it was a lot of them telling you what the story was rather than you kind of informing them about what the world was or what the world was telling. So, dude, it was awesome. And we were honored to support
sweet.
And to sponsor the event. And we're looking forward to working more with Lost Odyssey.
Just to say real quick, you and I had a very candid conversation. I have to game a lot, and that's part of my job now as a member of Beetle and Grimm's. This is by far, without a doubt, the only game I play in that I play in out of joy, and not the only one. I like playing in a lot of games, but I love playing with you guys. I love playing with you as a DM. I think you're an exceptional DM. And I find it a treat, and I look forward to days just like today, where I get to sit back, relax, and play with incredible players and a fantastic DM. So I love this game, and every time I talk about it, I speak the truth when it's one of my favorite games around, period, the end.
Thanks, dude.
That's Matthew
You're
Lillard.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean
man.
it. You guys know. I mean, I've told you all.
Yeah.
I love this game. I love how you play, and it's just I look forward to it. So I'm excited to be here to save your bacon because apparently you're in trouble.
All the feels.
We need it.
Speaking of saving our bacon, we do have 2 mystery guests below who will be joining us through the rest of the stream when the time comes. And so, there are some bits spent. Thank you, guys. All right, let us venture into the mists. Last time we left you, you were all at Camp Gygax. You were trying to, licking your wounds and resting up after a very hard-fought battle at Yesterhill, and then consequentially at Camp Gygax, at the foot of Camp Gygax, almost losing Muskoka in the process, him being resurrected by the Vistani at the gates. You took some time in order to kind of rest up, and then the Night of Dread, as it were, or the hallowed evening that they spoke of, kind of reared its ugly head, and you found out that there was one night in the year where the veil between the realms became even thinner, and even sometimes beyond Strahd's control, where horrible beasts were known on this evening to come into this realm in order to control it, in order to affect it, and in order to steal its life from it. That came very true when you were sitting around the campfire, and all of a sudden, the fire that you were sitting at went out immediately, and the temperature dropped 10 degrees automatically in an instant. And in that time, you felt it continue to drop. You then found out from a Vistani party that there was a creature that had entered from the negative plane. A creature they've never seen before that emanated pure evil, absence of life and death. You were then asked to go help the good people of the village of Barovia because it was headed that way. You then found yourselves face to face with a large, black as night creature whose skin was taut and emaciated, with cloven feet and massive curling horns, with 6 eyes that glow blue, with just a point of a finger could almost kill you. And you saw one of the Barovian villagers die at its hand, right in front of your Vardo. You all then dispersed, and it started to pick each one of you off one at a time. Bruised, beaten, and a little hopeless, you went into your Vardo in hopes of getting some reprieve from its attack. As it approached, it was about 20 feet from the Vardo. Sterling, gaining some courage, stepped outside and started to fire its crossbow bolts. And like just a pincushion, this creature accepted them with ease. When in a moment, with a crackle of thunder, arrived a humanoid. A man with a scraggly black beard, long black hair, and tattered robes. His hands surging with eldritch energy. We're going to leave that for a minute, and we're going to go to Mr. Matthew Lillard. Rictavio, you have been out for the last week and a half to 2 weeks, searching for more items, seeing the holy symbol of Ravenkind, which I happen to have here, from the Beetle and Grimm legendary Curse of Strahd box. After Dmitri and the group were able to find it, Dmitri carries it around his neck as we speak. Listen to it, it's so cool, it's so loud, it's great. You have been looking for signs of the other items. You found out from what the party had told you of the readings of Madame Eva that a potential place was Argenvostholt. You went over to that area to scope it out over the last week or so, and feel pretty confident that that might be a lead that you want to share with the party when you meet them next. You spent a night camping nearby, And the same thing occurred to you. In the evening, the approximate time of 8 to 9 p.m., your campfire snuffed out immediately. Its smoke almost choked before it was released in small wisps. The temperature dropping 10 degrees. I'd like you to give me a religion check, please.
Now you're muted.
We got you?
I think you're still muted. Like for real this time.
Yeah, for real muted this time, I think, because I can hear the rest of the guys.
Okay, good. Good thing I'm here. I was like, I can't hear anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the check you want? I rolled a 17. What do you
Religion.
want? Yeah, that is a 20.
Okay. With a 20, with a dirty 20, you know evil. You have seen the face of evil. You've often looked in the face of evil and stood against it. This is evil like you've never felt. The presence that emanates, and you can feel it almost wash over your camp and pass in a wave. It chills you to your bone. Your hair stands up on end. Your heart begins to pound. And immediately you can tell by that some sort of evil phenomenon has occurred this evening. And you know this is a night of dread. You know this is a night where the creatures from other planes are able to traverse the mists without the allowance of Strahd. You start in that direction, you pack up your things, and you start east. And you start to meet villagers from Barovia who are fleeing the village. They begin to tell stories of a 40 to 50 foot tall creature that is able to kill and take life and drain life at a far distance, only with a point of a finger. You pick up your pace. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, can I make a religion check to see if I have any sort of sense of what that could be?
Yeah. So with a dirty 20, I'm going to say you don't have to make another one.
Oh.
With a dirty 20, with the description that they give you, it has wisps of black ichor and smoke that kind of come off the back of it. You've heard of creatures. You've never faced one, but you've heard of creatures called night walkers.
Okay.
They are creatures of pure evil from the negative plane, which is a plane that is devoid of life, made purely of death. And oftentimes these night walkers require someone to pass through in order for them to pass over.
Mm-hmm.
And you imagine that is what has happened this evening.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make my way to. I'm gonna continue to make my way east, trying to get to, trying to fall hot on the trail of this force of evil.
Yeah.
That's not gonna stand.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. As you head east, and it's a matter of, I'd say, an hour by the time you get to the edge of the village of Barovia. You approach and you see the silhouette of this creature standing in front of a wagon that stands center street, in the center of the main thoroughfare of the village of Barovia. You don't see much else from that, but you do see the silhouette of what this creature is. Pure evil, pure darkness. And it looms over this wagon.
Okay, as if it's about to strike, or is it just like, is it rampaging? Is it like in battle?
No,
like,
it seems to just, it seems to be, give me an insight check, actually.
Yeah. 16.
With a 16, you see it actually doesn't seem in a rush at all. It seems oddly calm, like it doesn't fear much at all. You are some, I'd say 50 feet away at this point. You're kind of keeping your distance, taking it all in, when you hear a peal of thunder. And from out of the sky drops with great velocity a humanoid who lands center in front of this creature. And as this humanoid raises from a 3-point hero landing,
is it Thor?
It's not Thor, but close. Its eyes and hands start to crackle with eldritch energy. It's wearing these black robes, black, long, tattered, kind of messy beard, long, wild hair. As it faces this thing and looks up at it in the middle of the street. Can you give me can you roll me a niche, please? I'm stealing your line.
Nice. 20, dirty 20 again.
Dirty 20. Okay, very nice. And at this point, I would like to welcome our first guest for this evening, Mr. Luke Gygax,
Nice.
as the Mad Mage of Baratok. Luke, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes. I gotta unmute myself. It's my pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
It's great.
Yes.
All right, we are at your initiative step. You have just dropped in front of this creature, and Luke, over the last, I'd say probably couple hours, you sense great evil enter the realm. A little, what's the word? A little out of place, feeling the kind of mindset that you are currently in. Something inside of you draws yourself, or draws you to do something, draws you to act. And you don't necessarily know what that is, but you are drawn to head to the village of Barovia, or in the direction of this feeling. You then cast Fly on yourself, you take off from your position in the Baratok Mountains, and you cross Barovia in very little time, seeing what is transpiring in front of you. As you're flying over the countryside, you see a wagon with a number of individuals outside it, apparently, seemingly being attacked by this large 50-foot creature of pure darkness. You decide it's time to act. And again, not with your wits about you, you decide and instinctually decide to engage it. You've now landed in front of this creature. You stand in reverence of its power, but contradictory to its presence. What do you do?
I want to, seeing as this is a creature do I realize this is a creature of the negative plane or not?
Give me a Arcana check, please.
Okay. 16.
With a 16, you get absolutely a sense of darkness. You know the planes well. Again, from the recesses of your mind, you're able to pull fragments of your memory. And from that, you imagine that the negative plane is absolutely where this creature has potentially come from. You've also kind of remember rumblings of what it might be. Some creature that walks the night, that takes life, and basically is the antithesis to life.
I see. All right. Well, I'm hoping that it can suffer from some lightning damage. And I will lightning bolt it. This is the first step.
Okay.
All right. 28 points of lightning.
Okay. Does it take a saving throw from that? I think it does.
Yes, 19.
19? Is that a dex?
Yes, dexterity 19.
Okay. It does pass, but I assume it takes half damage still, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And how much damage is that?
14, I think.
Okay. As you reach out your hands and bolts of lightning shoot out and rack this creature, it seems to resist it. It seems to not quite take the amount of damage that it should from this attack. Again, you're testing it. You know what you're capable of. But in this moment, it has bested your ability to really affect it.
I'll shake my head and try to clear my thoughts.
Okay. All right. Would you like to move, or is that your action?
Yeah, I must have landed right here. I'm definitely where I want to be. Let's
Okay.
take this thing.
All right. Okay. At this point, it is Dmitri. You are up. You are standing currently behind the wagon, getting some much needed reprieve again from this creature. What do you do? Sterling stands beside you. Everyone is in the wagon in front of you, and you're seeing this all happen in front. What do you do?
Okay. Noticing that all of a sudden there's a new super strong person, I'm just going to go ahead and put away the paint.
Okay.
Not something I need to be doing,
Probably
I think,
not.
right now.
Yeah, no.
I just don't think it'll be useful. And I'm going to being and sort of getting a lot of encouragement from someone who's fighting on our side all of a sudden. I'm going to cast magic weapon on my longsword.
Okay.
And so it just makes it a +1 magic weapon.
Okay.
And I'll stay in the Vardo,
Yep.
and I will say, look alive. I think we might have a chance now.
Okay.
And then my turn.
All right. Esmeralda, you're up. Sterling, you're on deck.
Hearing this and also thinking at the same time, I hate this spell, it's taking too long. So I stop my magic circle spell
Yep.
that was taking way too long
Yep.
and peek outside of. Is there a latch on the top of the Vardo? Or is there the window on the side?
Yeah, so there's windows along the side. There's the latch with the small window in front that you can look through. You can actually open it and potentially squeeze through. And then the door has a lock on the outside. So there's a latch on the inside to open it, and so it shuts. But then there's a usually used like a padlock on the outside to lock it.
Okay, I'll try to just peek out through that first
Yeah.
little window that you
Yeah,
said.
and what you see in front of you is this humanoid shoot a lightning bolt at the direction of this creature, and this creature pretty much absorbing it.
Okay. So ending the spell was my action,
Yep.
correct? So I'm just going to wait for.
Does it take
I'm
an
gonna
action to
stay
end a
in-
spell? I actually don't know that offhand. Anybody know that?
Well, she didn't end the spell, right? She just stopped casting.
Yeah, I
just
think you just
stopped
stopped casting it. I
casting.
think that
So am I able to?
I think you
cast
still have an
another
action.
spell
I'm
at
going to
this
say you still
point?
have an action.
How far away is he at this point from me?
The creature or the humanoid?
The creature.
The creature is 40 feet from
So
you.
I will cast lightning bolt and just see, and fingers crossed.
Okay. All right. It gets a, what's the DC on the saving throw?
Not as high as Luke's, 14.
Okay. With a 14, meets it, beats it. It is able to resist, but it still takes half damage from your lightning bolt.
Please roll high for me, D&D Beyond. I rolled a 31 lightning damage.
Okay.
They'll take half.
Okay. All right. And as I said before, you can see that it's somewhat resistant to this type of magical damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, I'm staying inside.
Okay. Sterling, you are up.
All right, so Sterling's eyes flicker to red as the Warforged voice starts to come out, and he says, "Boyd, leave it. Save the others." And Sterling's eyes come back as blue, and he says, "No, I can save them by fighting this thing. We can slow it down. Everybody can get away." And that's when he says, "Wait, what are you doing?" And the Warforged says, "I'm taking over." And the eyes flip red, and he bolts towards the door where the whimpering is happening.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to try to break down the door.
Okay, so you run right to the door, and you're going to try and break it while you're kind of running?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like throw the shoulder right into it and bust it down.
Yeah, give me a strength athletics check, please.
Okay. What if I told you that was a natural 1?
Oh, that's really unfortunate. As you kind of run at this door, tonight's going to be rough on you guys. So what I'm going to say is the door doesn't give at all. You kind of misjudge the distance as you kind of look at this creature to your right, and you shoulder it, and it stops you hard.
All right.
Okay.
Does that
Muskoka, you're
count
up.
as an attack?
Sorry?
Would that count as an attack?
No,
Like
I'm
an
going
unarmed
to say that's
attack?
movement.
Okay.
You can still take an action if you like.
Okay. I'll use my sword to make an attack then.
You're attacking at the door kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the door twice.
Okay.
And that's a nat 20 and a 16, which ends up being like a 25 and a 21.
Yeah, with no problem. Through anger, your eyes flare bright red, and you manage to smash the door open as it splinters inward.
Okay. And there's terrified people inside, so I will say, "I'm here to help. Come with me."
So with the rest of your movement, you're able to move just inside the door. Do you move right in?
Yeah, I'll go in as far as I can, trying to see whoever might need help, because we got to get them out.
Okay. Within the building, immediately you see an overturned table, and there is a blacksmith in the corner with a child beside. And you can see that they're basically cowering just above the table with their hands clutching the top of it in utter fear.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you give me a persuasion check, please? As we fix the frames, I think somebody dropped out there.
It's
I was like, what
19.
happened to us?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
19? Okay. With a 19, the child looks at you, and you think they recognize you from earlier in the timeline that you've been here in Barovia. And they quickly kind of get up, and they start to move towards you, still frightened, but confident that you're there to help them. Okay, that is your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Muskoka, you're up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Esmeralda's left. Dimitri's run off. Sterling's
Well,
run off.
Ezmerelda
back to
didn't
the
leave.
door.
She just stepped up to the window, and she cast the lightning bolt out the front window.
Out the window. Okay. So I want to. I'm going to jump out the back door, and I'm going to listen to see. I know that Sterling's run off and smashed the door, but I want to listen to see if there's anybody else crying for help nearby.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yes, sir.
I would say with disadvantage at this point because you're in a Vardo
Okay.
away from buildings.
Well, but I said I want to like jump outside and listen. Okay.
So
Well,
you
I
are going
wasn't
outside?
planning-
Is that right? Sorry?
Yeah, I said I want to jump outside the door. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
And then hear if there's anybody that's
Got it.
that's around that needs
Got
help.
it.
So an 18.
Okay. Yeah, with an 18, you hear the commotion inside the building. And I would say with an 18, you hear calls in the distance, but you hear them from kind of the right side of where you are. Just in the
what-
houses. You don't know which house, but to the right of where the wagon is.
Okay, I'm gonna shield my
In this
eyes
direction.
like you would have like blinders on a horse, because I don't want to look at this creature
Yep.
that threw me.
Yep.
And I'm gonna almost like in Elf, I just shielding my eyes, and I run towards the sound.
Okay. All
I
right.
want
So
to move towards the sound.
5, 10. How much movement do you have left? 5, 10,
Wow.
15, 20, 25, 30. Just kind of puts you right around here.
Yeah.
And you are in
Yeah.
range of this creature. Do you want to take a dash?
Yeah. I will use my action to dash and continue towards the building.
So
Yeah,
15 puts
long way
you
around, please.
mid building in the kind of field. Do you want to continue moving to the back, or do you want to stay?
Yeah.
there
I
at the
want
side?
to get around. Want to get around the building. I definitely don't want to go to the front door.
Okay, so
Move
you're just
towards
on the other
back.
side of the little fence that exists.
Yeah, that's perfect.
At
Is
the
it
edge.
that house that I hear sounds coming from?
With that 18, I'll allow you to keep it. Yes, you hear a kind of quivering and complaining from that
Okay.
house.
Okay. Well, that's all I can do for now.
Okay, great. All right. Falpher, you're up.
All right, so I'm still in the Vardo, I believe.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, cool. So I saw Sterling go out.
Yeah, Sterling went out, and through the window, you could see him kind of run towards the one building. Then Muskoka kind of leaves. You see him going the other way, kind of split the other way. What do you do?
So I look at either direction and I go, oh mon dieu, what do we do? Okay, let's think about this. I will. Okay, Sterling, and I run out and follow Sterling into the building.
Okay. All right, so you're going to run out and follow Sterling in. Okay. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 puts you just inside the doorway
Great.
and away from that creature.
Yeah.
And you're both kind of just in the doorway of that building.
Awesome. And since I don't think I'm going to do an attack, Jay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, can I hide behind the door? Do I have enough movement to do that?
Not really. You're just in the doorway.
Okay.
You're not able to curl around.
All right, that's fine. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. All right. This creature looming over you, Luke. One sec. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Not very good. I got a 9.
Okay. You take 14 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
and you feel oddly unprotected all of a sudden, or susceptible in some way, like it's got your number. It then reaches down with its claws, and it's going to attack. What's your armor class?
It is a 13.
That's a hit. That's also a hit. You're going to take 32 points of necrotic damage. As it reaches down and it claws at you twice. Its dark claws ripping almost, you feel like they're ripping parts of your soul from your body. I'd like you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Not very good. A 7.
And another one, please.
Also very low. I need to switch this die up. That was under 10. So it was like a
Okay.
8.
So for both of those, your maximum hit points are reduced by the amount that you just took.
Okay. That's
Jay, he's a guest.
It's the way it
Honestly.
goes.
Super rude.
Rictavio, you're up.
Super rude.
I'm a guest as well, and I leave. You said there's a rift in the mist. I go through the other side. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Seeing this unbelievable creature reach down. Now, do I know the Mad Mage?
You have heard rumors about him. You've heard that there was a mage that came against Strahd, who apparently failed. He was thrown from the top of Ser Falls and has not been seen since. But you imagine this is one and the same. You also know that there was a wizard by the name of Kazan who built a tower that you know well.
Sure, of course, yeah.
But that was an ancient wizard from a time long past.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
How far away am I?
You're 50 feet from the wagon.
Okay, then I'm gonna move in within 30 feet, and I cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
And normally, what you would expect is this like spectral, huge guardian coming out, but because of the land of Barovia, I've understood that what ends up coming out is like a golden shadow that never really shows its true form.
Yeah.
Because it's always fighting to come into its power.
Yeah.
The power in this land thwarts its full development.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see it moving and ebbing and flowing. So basically, a large guardian appears in front of the man mage.
Okay.
And then anyone that moves into his threat range has to make a dex saving throw or take 20 radiant damage.
Okay.
So that's my move and my casting.
All right.
I'll also take cover. It seems prudent in this moment to take cover.
Yeah, we have an awesome Guardian of Faith model here from WizKids.
Awesome.
Who
Ooh,
now
can I
stands.
see it? Can you hold it up? I want to see it.
Yeah.
Can you hold up its glory to the
Really
to
awesome.
Oh, nice.
It's large
Nice.
too.
It's that, but it kind of like it's moving and ebbing and flowing.
I love it. And
It's
where does?
trying to come to?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
Go
No,
ahead.
I was just continuing to describe my spell.
Yeah, I love it. You can keep going if you like.
No, that's it.
Okay.
He plops down. He plops down in front of the Mad Mage.
Yeah.
And it turns around and looks, and kind of like he pushes his hands through him, and then turns and defends against this evil spectral.
Okay. Now, can you just tell me, for those at home, what it does?
Yeah, it's a large guardian, and anytime a creature that's hostile moves within 10 feet of the guardian, they take it's a dex saving throw for 20 radiant damage.
Okay. All right.
On a failed save, half for as much.
Okay.
So the
within-
question is, does he get to land and because I guess he has to move into my threat range, so I'm going to assume he doesn't get to do damage automatically.
Well, yeah. So but do you put it wherever you want? It doesn't apparate in front of you, correct?
No, I could put within 30 feet. So I'm putting it in front of the Mad Mage.
Okay. So you are basically almost at this building here. That's where you stand.
Great.
And are you basically out in the open, or are you taking cover?
Yeah. I'm taking cover. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Cover. Yes,
All right.
Cover.
So over here, you are in cover from the building. Dmitri can potentially see you at this point, and you can see through the open window here in this building to inside where you see Sterling and Falpher just entered.
I'll say that now is not the time to be hiding with children. Get out here and defeat evil, you imbeciles.
And Sterling and Falpher, you hear a familiar voice come in the window of that building.
Did you not see that thing?
Yes, of course I did. Come now is the time to rise up and defeat evil.
You've
In the
always been
name of
crazy.
all
These
that
people.
is good.
You have always been crazy.
Crazy, yes, but dead we shall be either way. You are either going to die standing or die in combat. Rise up. Come, Pfeiffer. The time is now.
Sterling, what say you?
The people
There
need
is
saving.
no time to argue. Sterling, come now.
Okay, on
We
to
operate.
Luke. It is your turn.
Excellent. All right. With the guardian in front of me, I'll shake my head and take a moment's inspiration, and I will capture a small piece of the essence that is off this guardian, and I'll trace some symbols in front of me and said, "I banish you," to the creature and throw a banishment on it, and it has to make a save. I believe it's a 19 charisma. Yeah, 19 charisma save, or else it is banished for a minute.
For 4 minutes? For a minute. Okay. Sorry, what was the DC again?
19
Charisma?
charisma.
Very interesting. As as you have it in its clutch, it begins to twist and form, and its form starts to go somewhat translucent as you attempt to banish it, but you feel like there's something different. Like something isn't allowing it to pass through the fogs that confine Barovia, and immediately it comes back full translucency.
Interesting.
And then remembering for a moment, again, you getting a moment of clarity, realizing you can't banish things from Barovia. The fogs prevent it. Would you? Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I know how you feel right now, by the way.
All right. Dmitri, you're up.
Okay, so both Sterling and Falpher have run past me and gone into that building.
Yep.
So I'm going to say, where are you going? What are you doing? And I'm going to step out and I'll follow them and I'll just stand in front of the door.
Yep.
The door of the building they went into.
Yep.
How much movement would that leave me with once I get there?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have 5 feet of movement.
Okay, I'm going to go inside.
Okay.
Use my last 5 feet to go inside.
Okay, so I'm going to say you're able to go kind of diagonal so that you're just diagonal from them. As you all start to kind of pile into this doorway. All right.
And I'll say, why are we in here? Are we devising a plan?
These people need saving. We cannot leave them here.
I agree with Sterling. I mean, we cannot leave these people here. We came here for them.
The creature's distracted. They can leave.
It is distracted, yes. That's a good point. Well, maybe from here we can also plan whatever attack we can muster. There are allies helping us right now. Look.
What?
And I'll point out the window.
I'll scream, do something, you imbeciles! Do
sorry.
something!
You were talking about Rictavio. No? Wait, are there more people?
I didn't see you there, Rictavio. Hello.
Yes, it is me. Come now. Action. There's the time for action.
Ezmerelda, you're up.
Seeing as I've been totally abandoned out the window, I scream, "Where the fuck are you going? Said we weren't going to split the party! Rictavio?" And I hurl a firebolt at the creature.
Okay.
And that is a nat 20.
Woo!
Yes.
That is how you effect change.
Oh my goodness. That is 14 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Does that get doubled because it's a nat 20?
It does. But again, somehow the darkness that surrounds this creature absorbs some of that energy from this attack. Okay.
Righto.
Yeah. It's that kind of. Yeah.
Having seen this attack, Jay, I'll just turn to Rictavio and go like, "See, we have no impact on this thing." Let us leave.
Sterling, you're
You
up.
leave now. It will be the end of all of us and these people. Don't you see? There is only now.
Sterling.
Right. Man, this is tough. Okay. So I squeeze my way
No, it's not tough.
back
It is
back
not
out the
tough at
door.
all.
And I tell the people inside,
Take this opportunity to run. This may be your only chance.
and as I go out in the street, I'm just going to quickly scan and see if I see any other houses that look like there's people inside.
Okay. All right, so you head out front. Out in front of the door, you scan quickly. Give me a perception check. The villagers start to walk towards the window and start climbing out the window towards you, Rictavio.
Okay, that's a 21.
Okay, with a 21, you see Muskoka at the building across the way, and you can hear him kind of listening. You also hear movement down the way a little bit. You hear a scream 2 houses down on the same side. So you see Muskoka across the way at a building. You get the idea that he knows that there's somebody inside there, and you hear a scream from 2 houses down.
Okay, so I'd have to pass the creature to get to that house, though, right?
Yeah, unless you go back and around the building. Or between these buildings. We have to kind of pass
Okay.
the creature, but you can go between those buildings.
I'm going to go between those buildings. On my way, I'm going to fire my crossbow twice at the creature. Even though it seemed like the crossbow bolts did like nothing, though, right?
Yeah, it didn't even flinch at the damage.
Man, yeah, I don't think I have anything ranged that's magical. Then, all right, I'll wave to Rictavio, acknowledging him, and basically, apology that there's not much more that I can do to help, but
I will save the people and do what I can.
so I
You
go.
are meat shield. Stand before the mad mage.
What do you do?
Let them go. Now is the time for heroes.
Okay, I turn to the party,
Yeah.
having changed my mind now with this,
Okay.
and I say,
Save the people.
and I go next to. I guess I'm standing between the Mad Mage and the Guardian of Fate.
Well, so at this
Or
point,
next to them?
I don't know if you can see. So this is the Guardian.
yeah.
This is the Mad Mage. This is the
Yeah.
creature. So
Okay.
you are over here, just on the other side of the Vardo, because you've started into there. You were going to fire. So are you
Yeah.
going to go stand beside the Mad Mage kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll go stand beside the Mad Mage,
Okay.
and guess I'll be brave.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
And I'll hold an attack if the creature comes within range. I'm gonna hit it with my magical vicious longsword.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Muskoka, you are up.
Okay, is there a window around the back? I gotta keep moving towards the back.
Yeah, as you come around the back of that building, yes, you see that there is a open window around the back of that building.
Okay, I'll look in. I'll move to the window, and I'll call in. Is anybody still in here?
Give me a persuasion check.
Good old 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, you hear a voice say, "Friend or foe?"
I'm a friend. You gotta get out of here as quick as you can. We're here to help.
Is it safe?
No, but you got no choice.
All right. And he kind of comes around the corner, and you do see that it is a farmer whose face is kind of covered in soot. And he comes around to the corner, and he climbs out the window in front of you.
Yeah.
And you are now with the farmer next to him outside the back of the cottage. You've only at this point moved 5 feet, so you have another 25 feet of movement left and an action.
Yeah. Do I hear anybody else nearby that needs help?
What you do hear from behind you are rasps.
Oh, good.
As you look to your right, you see shambling bodies. One here, and one here, that have kind of just shambled into view and are starting kind of to move in your direction. You also see that there is somebody who you can't see because of this tree. I'm just going to move it because D&D. There is a person here who you can see is huddled behind the rock, who hasn't been seen by these creatures but stands available. What do you do?
Okay, I say to the farmer, I point towards the entrance to the village. I say, run and don't look back. And then I turn towards these two bodies and I'll cast Spike Growth.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range.
Okay.
Range is 150 feet. So I want to kind of put that, I guess, so that the front edge of that is pretty close to me, but also blocking that alleyway that goes towards the others.
Okay, so that's 40 feet, right? Because it's 40-foot diameter?
20-foot radius, 40-foot diameter.
Okay, that's pretty big. One sec.
So, obviously, I don't want to be standing in the middle of it.
And you obviously don't want to affect the other people who are also in that area too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
Well, when he moves with, if he moves, he'll take damage.
Right. Okay. So so you want it almost where you are?
Whoa. More away from your body where you are. Oh gosh. Like it's going to be kind of growing into the buildings a bit.
Okay. That's fine.
Almost centered on that guy. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay. So the innocent guy isn't in it?
All right.
That one zombie is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet.
Okay. Very good. Okay. What do you do?
Movement still?
What's that? You have movement still. You have 25 feet of movement.
25 feet, eh?
20 feet, sorry, because you went over the fence.
I will stay there.
Okay. All right. And you notice that the guy who was going to, that you told to run, stays where he is. Obviously incredibly scared from what just happened and is basically like frozen in place.
I hope he's armed.
At this point, Rictavio, you hear the sound of a raven above you. A loud echoing sound. And above your head, you see two humanoid-sized bodies, creatures, who have the wings of ravens for arms that basically protrude from the bottom, the head of a raven covered in black raven feathers, and they swoop down quietly and they land beside you. One of them takes the child in their arms, and says, "I will protect," and then takes off upwards with the child away from the village. The mother kind of the blacksmith mother freaking out, saying, "My child, my child." What do you do?
I'll say, don't protect the child, protect us. We are the only thing standing between ultimate destruction and life. Run like your life depends on it.
And she turns and she follows the child, the direction that the raven took the child.
Yes, go.
The raven hybrid took the child.
Like the wind. Go like the wind.
Falpher, you're up.
Cool. So I'm just inside the door.
That's not my action.
No, that's not your turn
like
yet.
Side bonus stuff.
Yeah, that's just side bonus.
Because I will just kill the child. No, I don't mean that.
So I'm just inside the door there, Jay. I'm going to just lean out a little bit and go, "Fine, you die, Rictavio sometimes." And I'll reach out and pull my bow and just right in the face do 2 attacks with my short bow to the face of that creature, the big.
To the face of the
Whatever it is.
creature. Yeah. Okay. Give me attacks.
Okay. 2 attacks. Here we go. And since I have to re-roll that 1 because that was a natural 1. Re-roll it. So that was in 23 and
That's a hit.
another 23.
Whoa.
And
Hits.
because this is my first attack, I'm going to take my Dread Ambusher and do my additional attack,
Yep.
which is... Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Oh, that's another 23. That one takes an additional D8 of damage.
Okay. So roll
So
all
they-
that damage.
Yeah. So that will be... Oh man, I love this new action. It's so great. Okay, so one of these, and one of these. Okay. That is in total 23 points of damage.
Okay. All right, and as you do, they hit true, but again, as common with this creature, it seems to not do the damage that you expected it to do, but it still did an amount, and it flinches at the shot.
I turn to Rictavio and go, "Told you so, stupid face," and I'll just move. I'm going to move to a window, preferably with cover. If there's a window that has shades or some darkness surrounding it, I would like to be in there, Jay.
Okay, so you're still in the doorway. Do you want to go back into the house?
Yeah, but I do want to try to find a window that has some visibility to the creature.
The only place that has visibility is the doorway. The other window is in the back of the cottage.
Okay, never mind.
Where
I'll
Rictavio
stay
is.
my ground.
Okay. All right. Sterling and Mad Mage, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 15, but if it's a directed attack, I'll use Arcane Deflection to throw up a little quick force shield to try to assist and get a +4 bonus on my saving throw.
Okay.
And that's a 26 from me.
Okay. All right. Sorry. And sorry, Luke, what is that in the end then if you use that?
I believe that gives me a 19.
Okay. 18 is not enough. You're going to take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And again, makes you feel less protected and less confident. Sterling, you passed. And you feel this aura emanating from this creature. Literally being in its presence causes the life to be sucked out, but you manage to stand against it in your resolve. How is, Rictavio, how is the Guardian affected by damage? Does it have hit points?
No, I don't believe so, no.
And so it just lasts its
confirm
duration?
that. No, it does 60 points of damage and then dissipates.
Okay, got it. Okay. This creature has now moved into the radius of this creature, of your Guardian. So it takes how much? 20 points of radiant damage?
Oh, well, he's got to make it. Yeah, he's got to make a dex save.
He fails it.
Nice. Take 20, suck a chump.
Okay. All of a sudden, the creature it takes a step into where the Guardian of Faith is. Rictavio, can you explain how this Guardian attacks the creature as it steps into its range?
Yeah, so as he goes reaching down, as he starts to reach down for the Mad Mage, the Guardian reaches up and grabs its hand and pushes it back. And it's in the pushback, there's like a small explosion of gold.
Yeah.
Like gold, like shimmery light to fight against the darkness.
And you notice that this is the first attack that the creature has taken full effect from.
Yes.
Obviously not being resistant to radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Yes.
Okay. But it is going to attack. It's going to attack you, Luke, with its same attack that it did last time. It comes down with its claws. That is going to be a 15. Is that enough to hit?
Yeah, I only have a 13.
Okay. You are going to take another 25 points of necrotic damage. And you need to make another con save, please.
All right, I'll fail that
Was
one.
it, Brandon? Weren't you waiting to act if he stepped to the Mad Mage?
Well, if he came within range for me to attack.
He's not within range because that guardian is keeping him out of range, but the creature can attack within 50. It has a range of 15 feet.
Okay, copy that.
Has long arms.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, what was that Constitution saving throw, Luke?
Nope, failed it.
Okay. Again, your hit point maximum is reduced by that 25.
Okay.
And it points a finger at you, Sterling. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Not too good at these ones.
Come on.
Is it 15?
That is a fail. You are going to take... One sec. $25 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And you are now frightened and that also paralyzed by the creature. You've felt
Just a
this
flesh wound.
before.
We should leave. We should leave here. I'm telling you, my friends, we need to leave here.
All right. Rictavio, you're up. Rictavio, you're up. You're muted. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I can cast that again. I believe I can.
The
I'm going
shield.
to cast a Shield Guardian for a second time. And this one, the first one comes out gold.
Yeah.
The second one comes out silver.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it in front of who just got hit? Brandon?
Yeah. Well, so the gold one's already in front of Sterling.
Yeah, so the next one is in front of is in front of Sterling. And so who's it? But the first one's in front of Mad Mage, right?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll bring the camera closer so you can see what's
Sorry,
going on here.
it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, no worries. So currently, that is the scenario. This is Sterling with all of the condition markers that we got from Link's RPG condition markers. Kickstarter live right now from the Link's team. This is the Mad Mage. This is the Shield
Looks like
Guardian.
a beautiful hat.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Good. So yeah, I'll put the silver one right next to the gold one.
Okay, like right beside it here.
Two of them, standing in front of our heroes.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Do you want to move?
Not really. I'm in a prime position. Actually, you know what? I'll move in next to the Mad Mage, preparing to cast a heal the next round.
Okay. So you walk over to the Mad Mage, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Walk. I do a combat roll. There's no walking. We're in the middle of life and death stakes. I go serpentine, bro.
Okay, so you are just behind. You come up right behind the Mad Mage here. You can't see because the Vardo's there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move the Vardo back just a touch. There's Rictavio, the glorious Rictavio. Okay, and I'm gonna say this is the other Shield Guardian that stands beside the first one.
Nice.
Okay, that is your
Thank
turn,
you.
Rictavio. There is a peal of thunder and a crack of lightning as all of you hear the sound of flapping wings approaching. Sterling, you are frightened and paralyzed, not able to move in front of this creature. Rictavio and you, Mad Mage, look up to see the visage of a creature who is flying aloft in front or just behind the creature. His skin like polished marble. Long wings that extend from his back that flap with seemingly no wind. Golden hair and glowing blue eyes that bore into your soul as he enters. This is the Deva, who you know used to be the abbot, as he swoops in behind. Just behind him, another creature that you recognize. Pink wings flow behind her as she swoops down out beside the Deva, her daggers in her hands. At this point, I'd like to welcome back Callie to the stream.
Stab it in the eye holes.
And this is where we're going to take a break for the evening. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to roll the Realmsmith commercials, and we'll be right back with Callie and the Deva with their turn. And we're going to draw so you guys all have fun on Zoom. You guys all say hello. We'll be right back.
Maybe.
What does your wandering eye see?
Can I touch it?
Take this miniature and I'm going to spray it with a matte varnish. Things that you've done in your career.
Lucasfilm, Uncanny X-Men, X-Men Gold.
Basically a column of smoke where your wagon used to be. Hey everyone, welcome back from break. We had Callie just join us along with the Deva from the Abbey. You guys ready to continue? It's going to be great. We're about to draw the winner. I don't have a winner yet, but as soon as that comes through from the Smith Guardians, I will announce it as we move on. Callie, you are up. You've just flown in. You are at the Abbot's side, and you see this 40-foot creature. Sorry, the winner tonight is B. Fisher 13. You are the proud winner of a Curse of Strahd digital version for your D&D Beyond experience. So enjoy that. If you already have it, you can pass that promo code on to someone else if you like, so that they can have it if you already have it. All right, back to Callie. Callie, what do? You have flown in at this point. I will show you where you are at. You can probably see
I'd
here.
like to apologize to everyone that I'm not Matt Mercer. I don't have the same organ, but I'll try to make it fun.
Okay. The chat blew up when you arrived, so I think everybody's pretty happy. Can we get the overcam there, Julian? There we go. All right, so Callie, you are over here beside the Deva. I'm going to say you're even a little bit higher than this.
Okay.
Kind of well above this area here. What do you do? As you're swooping down, where do you want to go?
Okay, so has everybody seen me?
Yeah, so at this point, not everybody, but I would say Falpher, Rictavio, the Mage, and Sterling all see you coming up behind the creature. The creature hasn't seen you yet, and you're kind of swooping down over its head.
Okay. So I take my flask out of my pocket and I'm like, "Hello, ladies." Okay. I don't want to do anything to that guy because he's big. So I just want to go around him.
Okay.
Past him.
Okay.
To kind of a safer spot over there.
Okay, so you're still flying. Do you still want to be hovering there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to make any sort of attack or take an action? I mean, at this point, you can see that the folks on the ground have taken some damage. You can also attack the creature from a distance if you want, from where you're at, if you wanted to from here.
Yeah.
With your bow.
I mean, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I'll try to shoot him with my bow.
Okay,
sure.
so yeah, and you would get sneak attack and all of that wonderful stuff with that too. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. You have to remind me what I need to do.
Sure. Just roll a d20.
Okay, so I got a... Oh, it was great. It was a 1.
Oh gosh.
Welcome back, Nell.
That's a
Welcome
7. And the arrow goes wide, and you all kind of remember as she's like in the middle of her attack. A welcome sort of memory from your resident awesome
save the world.
That's so funny. All right, Mad Mage, you are up.
All right. So I think I've had about enough of this guy. I'm going to go ahead and trace a symbol in the air, like a little glowing hourglass pops into my hand. I'm going to turn it over, casting Time Stop, and getting myself a couple rounds here to act.
All of a sudden, time slows down all around you. Even the arrow that Callie just fired and missed is kind of stuck in air above this creature's head. What do you do with your actions?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Fly.
Yeah, well, you still have it cast. How long does that last? You still have it cast from before.
Oh, great. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So you're still good.
I should be good. I'm just going to fly up to the rooftop where I can oversee this thing.
Yep.
And I think I want to do 3 things. I want to cast a delayed cast fireball and direct that at basically at the feet of this creature.
Yep.
There you go.
I want to have, I think since this thing is, it's been giving us a lot of trouble, I'm also going to cast Eye Bite.
Okay.
And have that ready so that when I look at it, I can cause it to be sickened.
Yeah.
And I want a fireball ready to go. So I will cast the fireball, trigger the delayed blast fireball, and look at it with the Eye Bite spell going. And I believe I should be able to do all those things. So we need to make a save versus charisma, or correction, wisdom for the Eye Bite. And I would like to sicken it, which would give it a disadvantage on saving throws, and then hit it with the delayed cast fireball and fireball.
Okay. All right. So it's a dex save for the fireball?
Yes.
2 of them,
so
right?
It would be 2 of them.
What's your AC? Your DC on that?
19. But I would probably make it do the Eye Bite first, if at all possible, because then it gets disadvantage on.
That was only an 8 on the Eye Bite.
So, okay, so that should be sickened, which gives it disadvantage.
Okay.
And then I'll get this 22 dice of fireball. Whew. All right, it's gonna take me a second to add all this up.
This guy really knows what he's doing.
You just see Ezmerelda from the tiny window just golf clap.
Yeah. Luke was literally like the first playtester for D&D. His father literally wrote the book, so I imagine
know that. I know. I'm being sarcastic.
I know.
It's like a bucket of dice.
That's a lot. Sorry.
That's good. It's all good. This is fun. I love it.
I think it was a Yahtzee.
The second dex save passed. The first one failed.
All right, so it's you want me to cut them?
No, it doesn't matter. No, you don't have to. It's fine. We'll work it out.
It's 77, and then I'm going to add plus 16 force damage to both those rolls for power surging it. So that's 93 points of damage.
Okay, so how much of that is force?
16 is force.
Okay, so 16, he takes all of it.
Okay, and then 77 would be the other damage.
Okay. Now you can tell, obviously, he's somewhat resistant to the fire damage, but he still takes a large portion of that damage. Basically what happens for the rest of you is time doesn't stop for you necessarily. In one moment, the Mad Mage is standing where he was, Sterling, for you, right beside you. You come back, he's gone, and all of a sudden there's a cacophony of explosions that erupts at the feet of this creature as it begins to lift its feet. as 2 fireballs and force damage begins to rack its body. For the first time, you notice that you have it a little bit on its heels. All right, well done. Mad Mage, that is your turn?
Yes, I'm complete.
All right. At this point, Falpher, you hear movement, and Dmitri, actually, when you look out the window, out the back of that building, as you look back along the road, you see a Vardo, a wagon, led by 2 horses, coming up the road towards the village. As it approaches, it veers off and you see another behind it, and you see another behind it, and you see another behind it, as a dozen different wagons of the Vistani people begin to line up in the distance about some 50 to 60 feet from the edge of the village. Vistani begin to clamber out of the wagons and begin chasing and running into the other areas of the town, imagining trying to evacuate the people out from the town. Next time we come to the Vistani turn, you guys can spend channel points. For every 10,000 channel points you spend, you free a villager. So channel points are just points that the Discord folks have gained over loyalty. So the longer they've been on our channel, they just get points given to them. So now they're spending them to save villagers. Next time you come back around, we're going to find out how many villagers you've managed to load into your Vardos to get them to safety. All right, Dmitri.
For the villager kids.
For the kids.
For the
Dmitri,
kids. Did you say Dmitri?
Yeah, Dimitri's up. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me how close am I to the creature if I wanted to attack a melee attack?
Dmitri, did I skip a turn for you? Or is it just taking a while to get back to you?
I think it's just taking a while.
Okay. All right. Okay, because I haven't heard from you in a bit. Okay, so you are... What's the question, sorry?
So how far am I from it?
Yeah, so you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet from this creature. But you're currently inside the building.
Okay. So just out of range. Okay, what I want to do then is I'll exit the building and I'll run over next to the next building. Sort of next to that wheelbarrow.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. You want to be kind of right there?
Yeah,
okay.
And I'll just prepare. Like I still want to stay out of range, but I want to not too far that just so that I can make it to him next turn.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'll just I'll ready dodge action just while I wait.
Okay.
My time.
And you're trying to hide kind of from the creature?
Yeah, sort of around the corner.
Yeah, give me a hide. If that's your action, then give me a hide action, please. Give me a stealth check. So you're taking a dodge action, right? So you can't really hide, but you've blocked vision from it so that you're completely out of its vision. That sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The Deva comes in full blast on this creature, raising its mace in the air and attacking twice. That is going to be enough. That is also going to be enough. That is going to be... He does 35 points of radiant damage and bludgeoning damage to this creature as he smacks it in the back of the head once with its mace and then smacks it in the back of the head again. All right. Next up is Ezmerelda.
Seeing everything that happened with Luke, I just, in the window, I say, could this be the legendary extreme close-up Mad Mage? As I hurl, some more firebolts at it.
I love it. How many firebolts are you hurling?
Just the one.
Just the one?
That's my cantrip.
It's your go-to. And you're still
yes,
in the You're still in your Vardo.
I'm still in the Vardo. It's
okay. I like it.
It's protecting me.
I like it.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that is 14 points of fire damage.
Okay. You can see, all of you who are near it, can see that it is starting to show damage. Its black ichor kind of skin is oozing this nasty pitch black substance from a number of wounds. It's starting to kind of look around, not realizing quite what it's gotten itself into at this point. Sterling, you're up.
So I'm frightened and paralyzed still, right?
No, you're not. You're out of it now.
I'm out of it now?
Yeah.
All right. Then for my bonus action, I'm going to invoke Uvar, my Storm Rune, and I'm going to use my reaction to give advantage to the Mad Mage if he is within 60 feet of me on his next action.
Yeah, he is. He's up on the building, but he is, yep.
So he will have, due to this prophetic rune, he will now have advantage on that next thing that he does.
Okay.
All right. That also works on like saves and stuff too, if needed. I'm going to use my movement to run up to the thing.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack it with my magical longsword against my better judgment. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm a Warforged, and that's how we fight. Oh man. All right. And I can action surge because that doesn't use any reactions or bonus actions to do.
Okay.
So there we go. I got all my dice. Okay, and that's a 9, a 10, a 24, and a dirty 20 to hit.
A 9, a 10.
A 24 and a dirty 20.
The second two hit.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll one of those.
Very nice.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay. It was worth a shot. That was good use of inspiration. Okay. So the damage there is 9. Yeah. So that's 14 points of magical damage.
Okay. Okay. And you can see as you start to tear through his cloven hoof, because basically that's all you can reach at this distance. You see it cleaving like butter. The magical nature of your weapon doing the damage you intended it to do. How many points? Sorry, real quick.
14.
14. Very nice. All right. Muskoka, you're up.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the guy that's beside me.
Yep.
I'm gonna push him with my hand.
Yep.
And say, go, run.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run towards the guy that I see hiding behind the rock.
Yep.
Can I make it to him?
You can absolutely try.
Okay, I try.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, not quite.
Okay.
No, you're about 10 feet out from him and about 10 feet out from the one zombie, who then obviously sees you running past.
That's okay. I don't think I want to run straight through my difficult terrain, though.
Oh, okay. So in that case, it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer. You're about here now instead.
Oh, that's terrible. All right,
wait,
that'll
5,
be
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you're about here.
Can I see the Deva in the sky?
Yes.
At this point?
Yeah, you can see the Deva. You can see Callie hovering over what's going on, over all the action.
So I'm going to yell at the Deva in Celestial and just say, "Oh, now you show up." And then I'm going to call the other guy, "Come on, let's go."
Okay, so the other guy takes off across the field. This one here, give me a persuasion check.
That's an 8.
An 8, yeah. He's like, shh, no, shh. Like, basically, I'm surrounded. I'm not going anywhere. How many points of damage did those zombies take again? Sorry, from your terrain?
They're going to take 2d4 for every 5 feet they move.
Okay. Oh, but if they start in there, do they have to move, or if they start, they get damaged?
When they move into or within the area.
Okay, so only when they move. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, is that your turn? You don't. You still have an action.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can dash to him if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use my dash to get right to him.
Okay, so you're right beside him. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, the one zombie starts to kind of run, turn, and shamble in your direction, and he's just torn apart. And basically, like, his leg gets stuck, and he pulls it from its socket, and then he walks again, and he falls onto his legs, and he tries to, and thorns kind of grapple his arm and pull that out, and he's just kind of tearing himself apart as he tries to cross that area. This one sees you coming at this way and is going to come around and attack the guy behind the rock who you just let them know that he's there. And this guy is going to walk this way towards you. The zombie's going to attack the guy, and he misses. As he goes to attack the guy, he's like, ah! And he just moves as the zombie hits the rock beside him.
Did that zombie take some damage as he moved?
He wasn't within it. He's outside of the range.
Oh, what?
Falpher, you're up. You're muted.
Sorry about that. All right, so...
No, sorry, that's Falpher's up. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said Mad Mage.
No worries, Falpher. I'm not hearing you at all, Joel.
We still can't hear you.
Still can't hear you.
He's not muted. We just can't hear him.
You just can't hear him. Something's going on with
He
his
has some
mic.
local controls, that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
Reading lips, I think he said he's going to kill it, and we win.
Yep.
was
Clearly.
He makes an unarmed strike.
You may not hear. You can't hear me at all.
Oh, I can hear you now. There it is.
Okay, cool. Strange. Okay, so Falpher from his location inside the door there will just yell to everyone, "This is Falpher crazy, man! Let's go!" And I'll just disengage and start running, but looking at everyone like, "Come on, let's go!"
Okay.
Like trying to convince them, Jay, to come my way.
And you don't have to disengage at all because you're still just in the opening of the building.
Right, that's true.
So you don't have to. You're here, so you're gonna run this way towards the Vardos, like.
Yes, but loudly tell everyone, "Our saviors are here. Let's go."
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with that.
Okay. Yeah, man. Okay, that is a 16.
Okay. Are you dashing?
Yes.
Okay, so you're basically halfway to the other Vardos that stand over there in the middle of an open kind of field area, okay?
Okay.
All right. You all hear that. With the 16, you can decide how you react on your turn and whether or not you believe him and follow him or not. Okay? At this point, I need Sterling, Rictavio, Callie, and the Abbot to all make Constitution... Oh, and Dmitri to all make Constitution saving throws, please. Okay. That is a success, Sterling. And you are immune to his aura now.
Dirty 20.
That is not enough.
Oh, I'll take a luck point.
So I just roll a d20 and then add my Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw number, yeah.
Yeah, that. The bigger number or the littler number?
The plus.
Yeah, okay. So I got a 13.
Okay, that's not enough. You're going to take 14 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And your hit point max... No, that's it. You just take the damage. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that? When you used the luck point, what did you roll, Rictavio?
Yeah, I still failed. It's a con save, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I still fell.
Yeah, so 40, so you take 14 necrotic.
Cover that.
And Dmitri?
I got 11.
Okay. You also take 14 necrotic damage.
14 necrotic.
And you can see that the abbot is also affected by the aura that this creature is emanating. And this is just from being in his presence.
Do I, because I'm like resistant to necrotic damage?
You take only half. You take 7.
Okay, then let me change that.
All right. Multi-attack from this creature. He is going to reach out in front, behind him, and he's going to attack the abbot who has just, or the deva who has just attacked him. That is going to be enough, and he is going to take. There's a lot to do here. He is going to take 28 necrotic damage. He only takes half. Okay. And he's also going to attack the shield guardian because he's trying to get through there.
Dex save for half.
Right. So every time it attacks one, too, it takes that?
Yep.
Okay, so it failed.
Every time it moves into the threat range, it's a dex save for half.
Yeah, so it's already in the threat range. It's been the whole time. So on your turn, just remember to attack it again with them.
Yeah, but it's on his action. So.
Oh, it's on his action. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so it failed both of those dex saves, so it's going to take the full damage. So it's going to take 40.
Great.
And you see that as it walks in, these guardians, basically like an onslaught of attacks. As it begins to reel back, you see deep gashes now where the smoke that kind of trails off it is now kind of escaping through these massive wounds all over its body. It's going to attack one of them with a 20. I'm assuming that hits one of those guardians.
Yeah, but it doesn't really. Let me pull up the spell. It doesn't really. There's no real hit against it, right? It's just there to do damage and go away.
Okay,
yeah.
so it just does damage. Okay, so it's going to take 28 necrotic damage.
Okay, yeah, but that's my point. There is no way to hit it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
Defense.
As soon as they do the damage. So they get one more attack.
Well, they get until like one of them's down 20 now, one of them's down 40. So the one down 40 gets one more attack.
Got it.
And then it dissipates.
Cool. Love it.
So as you swing at it, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And it does that. Then it swings kind of right through it, and it's upset and angry that it can't do attack to it. And you can see it's starting to. It was really calm before, not afraid. You can see this creature beginning to heave, and as it heaves, it's venting this black kind of smoke through all of the wounds across its body. Rictavio, you're up. Callie, you're on deck.
Yeah, in light of that, I'm gonna cast I'm gonna cast my channel divinity.
Okay.
I'm gonna dissipate any darkness.
Yeah.
And it will take 3d6 of good energy.
Ooh, radiant.
Yeah. So it's a wisdom saving throw of 16.
It fails.
Ooh, nice. Take 8 damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's 2d10 plus 9. Haha.
Awesome.
Plus 9 is 22.
Ooh.
Radiant damage. As I cast forth Radiance of the Dawn, you see like what's supposed to be this big shining glorious light of gold kind of comes out like green and putrid, but as it hits, it smashes into like this explosion of gold.
That's awesome. Awesome. And you see for the first time, this creature takes a step. It's hit by this effect, and it takes a step back.
Yeah, and it's and light and any darkness that may be like creeping from it is obliterated.
Love it.
It lights up.
Love it.
That's my move. That's my action, and I'll stay there. Yeah, that's it. No move.
Okay, Callie, you're up.
So I'll sneak attack short bow.
Yep.
Use my short bow.
Yep.
Okay. This and then this and this. Okay, so then I roll a d20, add, and I got 13, but then I add 6, correct?
Yep.
Okay. 18? Is that right?
19.
13. 19, sorry.
19 is a hit.
Okay.
So now you're going to roll the damage for the short bow, which is 1d6, I believe.
Yep.
And then you're going to add your sneak attack damage.
Okay, 4.
Okay, so you rolled a 4 on the d6?
No, I rolled a 1 on the d6.
And then your sneak attack is 3d6. So roll a d6 3 times.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No
6.
worries.
Roll it 3 times?
Yep.
2?
Yep.
And 3?
Yep.
And 4.
So 13 points of damage. Again, as this arrow digs into it, it doesn't do quite as much as you imagine it would, but it still affects it. And now, with every shot, you're seeing like massive chunks of this black putrid flesh coming off of the creature, and then as it falls, it dissipates into dust and smoke and kind of blows away. As you can see, it's starting to kind of like, with the air and the breeze, it's starting to disintegrate in certain parts of its being.
And so I'm going to turn around, I'm going to lick my finger, go, look what I did.
I like it.
Okay.
Mad Mage, you're up.
All right, so I will. I'm going to reach into my component pouch here and pull out a bead of force.
Yep.
And I'm gonna fly, 25 feet away, so just make it nice, easy, and drop it right at its feet to do 5d4. Well, it's a dexterity save, DC 15, or it takes 5d4 force damage.
It fails.
Alrighty, I will give it its damage, and I will also. It needs to make a wisdom save 19 versus the eye bite effect, and I would like to panic it so it runs away.
It also failed.
Okay. It takes 7, 11, 12, 13 points of force damage as well. And it's going to flee. It's going to dash away. 13
points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, this creature, it creates a blast.
It's a bead of force, and actually, since it failed its saving throw, it might not be able to run away. It may be trapped in a bubble where it's kind of like a big hamster in an invisible wheel.
Yeah,
invisible, trying to get away. So it can only go walking speed away because it's trapped inside a ball of force.
Yeah, so it turns to leave, and it actually takes the damage, and it starts to look around. Its blue eyes kind of growing wide as they're starting to dim, and as half of the creature is beginning to dissipate and disintegrate. As it turns to leave, it hits this force of bubble that doesn't allow it to leave the space that it's in. As it comes face to face with the Deva. Dmitri, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the creature.
Yep.
With like 2, and then turn the corner.
Yep.
And then join Sterling.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack with the longsword, which is magicked.
Yeah.
As a magicked weapon. And 16 to hit.
That's a hit. Hey everyone, and like I said, it wouldn't be an episode of Into the Mist this season without some technical difficulties. But we are back, and we are ready to bring this season to a close in epic fashion. I want to welcome the cast back, of course, and all of you at home. Thank you, Vistani, for spending your channel points, and for the people in the chat, as you have saved 112 villagers now. Some of them got saved in the break. Thank you for all of your loyalty and the channel points that you've given back to Twitch in order to do that.
So Jay, I will do. I'm kidding. I won't do anything.
So you are holding your attack until this bead comes down, correct?
Yep.
Don't jinx it again, Joel. All right. This creature, again, not able to do anything right now, continues to kind of like basically bang against this bead. It can't actually break the bead. Is that correct, Luke?
I don't believe it can. I think it's just a wall of force that lasts for a minute. Now, you're the DM, so
I'm going to say it can't. As at its current weakened state, and again, it's missing massive swaths of flesh off of its body. Rictavio, you are up. At this point, obviously, there is no threat immediately. What do you want to do to ready for when this bead comes down?
I'll cast healing on. I'll cast a healing. You get 24 points of heal back to the Mad Mage.
Okay.
I rolled it in the break.
Okay.
I actually rolled it 700 times in the break and just took an average.
It's That's great. Callie, you're the last. What would you like to do? Would you like to ready an attack as well for when this bead of force comes down?
Yes.
Okay. Short bow?
Yes.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, we're not going to go through the turn order for another 10 rounds. You all prepare the attack. The Mad Mage, as you feel this force starting to quiver and quake under the pressure of this creature, it comes down, and in one cacophonous attack, all of you attack simultaneously as this creature begins to implode from the inside. It starts to crinkle and crack and implodes and then explodes outwards with this disintegration effect. Ash flying past all of you as everything comes down to silence, and you are now standing in the streets of the village of Barovia. The Night Walker now vanquished.
I turn to Rictavio and I say, I knew we could do it.
What do you all do?
Rictavio takes himself off of mute and says to you, make no mistake that as we work together, great things can happen. When we run or hide in the shadows, evil will rise up and vanquish us without a doubt. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you.
The abbot comes to rest beside all of you as well, and lands beside Dmitri. Go on.
I run out of my Vardo, and at first checking the outside to see that everything is still intact on it, I run to Rictavio and give him a big hug. And then I run to Callie, give her a big smooch on her face, slap her and say, you're late.
Better late than never.
Yeah, so...
Well, we did it. I was sure we were going to do it. It's so good to work as a team.
Work as a team? You ran off. You ran off as soon as we started.
Hey. Acting a little sheepish. Okay, fine. I was wrong. You were all right. I mean, you were all right. But you were all right. What do we do next? How will we proceed from here?
Before joining the group, The zombies would have at least fled from me.
Yeah, they would have fled.
I want to talk to the guy that was beside me.
Yeah.
And I want to give him like sort of like a pep talk for Barovia. And I'll say that I'm going to hold him and say, there's certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive in Barovia. You look after yourself first, because that's the only way you're going to help those around you. And I'll tell him to go, and then I'm going to come back to join the group.
Thank you. And he kind of rushes out of town.
Am I still flying?
No, you've come down, and Esmeralda was able to come over and give you a
right.
smooch. Yeah.
Can I walk over to Sterling?
Absolutely.
Okay, and I'll look up at him.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Sterling, I have to go now to help the Deva find Strahd. But Alun sent me a message for you. She said, you cannot solve the conflicts of the world when you are plagued with the conflicts within yourself. I know you want to save everyone, but you must sort yourself out first. You are a man of great strength, solid on the outside, tender on the inside. I have seen the beauty of both. Find your peace, shine in your truth, and that's where your inner struggle will end. Goodbye. And I just fly away.
Can I get a hug in first? Or?
Of course. I'll go back down.
Okay.
I might go like this.
Thank you, Callie.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Callie. Thank you so much. Wherever you go, be safe, okay? And don't drink too much.
I can't promise that.
Okay. Just be safe.
I will.
As this is happening, I'm totally fangirling over the Mad Mage being there. And I'm just like, Dmitri, say something. Say something.
Yes, well, speaking of teamwork, I think we have you to thank for a lot of turning to the Mad Mage, for a lot of what took place today. We aren't acquainted yet. Can I get your name?
Your guess is as good as mine. I have taken steps for some reason to remove that information prior to this engagement.
Well, in either case, are you the one they call the Mad Mage?
Perhaps. Do you know me?
Well, we've heard that you're the one who's probably the best and come the closest at destroying the evil Strahd. We're hoping.
Yes, I read all about you.
I have some memory of Strahd, and this has something to do with why I have hidden who I am from myself. There are people watching me around everywhere. We must be careful. In fact, we probably shouldn't stay here too long.
The Deva approaches you, Mad Mage. And he towers. He's some 7 feet as he looks down at you, and his eyes, the lustrous kind of crackling energy has subsided slightly. And he looks down, he says, your mind is clouded of your own volition. Why?
I'm not sure, but I trust myself that I had good reason. I wouldn't do this. This is not an easy feat to do, but there is something here that I must protect my mind from. But it's important that I continue to strive on, but I cannot answer your questions. But I feel that we are in danger here, and it's best that we move before long. This creature was just a tool. There's more powerful forces here.
Madness has plagued you. I can see it. You are a man of great power, greater than we've even seen here today. Please, allow me to help you, so that you may rid this land of the tyranny that besets it. Please.
That is why I'm here. There is an evil force that must be removed, but it is very powerful, and I have been weakened. I am not complete.
Please, allow me to complete you. And with that, the Deva reaches his hands out and places his hands on your face. And he casts greater restoration. Do you allow him to?
Yes, I do need that.
The power surges through his hands, and immediately you feel clarity. The cloud that has beset you over the last while leaves. You feel an energy surge from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. The memories begin to flash back. Your memories of Orth and the Circle of Nine begin to come back. You now know who you are. You now know what you are missing.
A little bit more erect. I'll smooth back my hair and look around. Thank you. I am Mordenkainen, the Archmage, member of the Circle of Eight, from Orth. I've come here to fight Strahd, but it has been an uphill battle and I've had some setbacks. This has been an important step, and I thank you for your help in defeating this creature. I must go and retrieve some important items that I have lost. But I will be here, and perhaps our paths may cross again. For your assistance today, let me grant you this boon. And he reaches into a pouch and pulls forth some silver charms that are crossed swords. And he hands one to each of you. It says, when needed, you can call upon this to imbue you with additional strength and power above your current capabilities, and it will help you for a short duration during a battle that is important that you must win. It's a small token of my thanks.
This
now
is tremendous.
I must take my leave of you, and I will fly up into the air and off. About my business, I have a couple items that I need to retrieve.
Well,
Thank you. Goodbye.
Ezmerelda, being a traveler of the plains, and Luke, if you don't mind just sticking around just for a couple more moments, but Ezmerelda and Rictavio, you know of Mordenkainen. His legend reaches far, deep in the annals. He too is a plane walker, and one of the most powerful mages, if not the most powerful mage, that has ever walked the material plane. And now,
I wish I would have gotten his autograph.
You watch him leave. Is there anything else the rest of you want to do in this moment?
Well, inspired by Callie, I'll just say, everybody, I just wanted to say something. When we first got here, we were fighting creatures and unholy monstrosities and horrible beasts. And a few days ago, it was the first time I've ever been a part of really killing a person by my own hand. And I've been so conflicted within myself, me and versus the machine. And I don't know if I can do that again. But I've realized something today that I can be stronger. Part of my problem is that I am a kid that will never grow up. I'm just a kid inside this body that will never grow old because I just don't have the biology. I won't mature or develop in that way. And so there's something else that I have to do. And he says, Machine.
Yes.
Now. And his eyes, which are usually flickering blue or red, now become solid, unflickering, and unwavering purple. And a new voice speaks. And he says,
I have chosen to grow up. From now on, we are one.
Sterling? Is that still you in there?
Yes. I am Sterling and Warforged. We are now together.
Incredible. Can we still call you Sterling?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Don't understand.
Long have we been at odds, but now, no longer. Now, the true work can be done, and all of us together must fight against Strahd. We must end him, return hope to Barovia, and return sun to Barovia. The people need us. They've put their faith in us, and we cannot fail them.
I agree. Sterling, I didn't know you could do this. When did you learn you could do whatever it is you've done?
Long has it been an option, but a fear of loss has held this at bay. For too long, we have been at odds. Now is the time to unite. This is a symbol for me, as it is for us all. We need to bring people together if we are to stop the power of Strahd.
Very well.
Are you happy this way?
Yes. I'm at peace now.
Okay.
Muskoka is at the he's come back over towards the group, standing at the corner of the building that's closest to where the battle was happening, and just holding one of his axes and playing with the edge, and just thinking to himself that now, even after all that what we've gone through together, he's still this outsider that's not really part of the group, still being used by the group, and realizing that he has to look out for himself. He's the only one that's truly going to look out for himself in this. And then unless he does that, he's gone. And that's the only way that he can help others, is by looking out for himself first. So he just stands silently off on the side.
Anyone else?
Muskoka, where did you go?
It's helping people. Hey, that's what we came in here for. We knew there was no way we could win other than to save people. So that's what I went to do.
Were you successful?
I guess so. I helped two people. I don't know. Hopefully they got some others on their way out.
I'm glad to see you're not toast.
Yes.
Rictavio, any final words?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, first of all, that was great role playing. I love every bit of it. But I'll say, I think there is a moment in which we must acknowledge that as we are separate people, it is only when we work as a fist do great things happen. So be it as it may, you may be off saving someone there, and you may be a Warforged who's a boy than one unit. But your ability, Falpher, to come and go and skirt the edges. We are always coming back to be one, for as one, we can make a difference in this land. Never forget that, for if you do, you are nothing more than a peasant waiting to die in this godforsaken land. We are the only hope these people have. The end of the story is the end of our story. If we are to walk away, if we are to turn our backs, if we are only to save those around us, then we are missing the point, are we not? For there is no one else coming. It's on us. It is selfish to think anything else other than that. So go through your transformation, skirt the edge, help the others. If you do not work as one, this land has no choice but to perish 1,000 more years. That is clear. You are growing in strength and stature. And you are becoming the heroes this land needs before everyone's eyes. Do not give up the prize. It is in the final battle that you will either defeat or perish at the hand of Strahd. Everything before that is child's play. Go as God. I will continue to do my work. I will see you again, I am sure. Unless, of course, you scurry to the side, or you hide in the corner, or you do not live up to your full potential.
In that moment.
And with that, I'll turn on my 6 and leave.
Okay. Rictavio turns and he leaves.
And I'll go, wait, before we go back, I'll go, Ezmerelda.
Yes.
Do not stay in it very often.
I haven't had the best luck when I was around, so.
Luck is what you make. And with that,
see you again.
I leave. Whatever you said, I don't hear it. I'm gone.
Yeah, Rictavio turns and he struts off into the darkness. In that moment, Muskoka, as you lean against the corner of the building, you all of a sudden feel a presence, like someone is standing right behind you. You feel cold breath on the back of your neck. And you hear a voice just behind you say, "The Mad Mage lives. Long has he hid from my gaze after I threw him from Ser Falls. I thought him dead for sure, but clearly he is back. You will lead me to his staff. You will lead me to his book. Or you will die another death, but not before all of those around you die first." And that is where we're going to end the season.
No!
Thank you, everyone, for tonight. Thank you for keeping and putting up with all of the technical issues for the season. You guys have been incredible. Thank you, Matt, for joining us, for all the sessions that you did, for the sponsorship that Beetle and Grimm has given us for the season. We couldn't do it without that. It takes resources, as we know, to do this. We'll get the technical stuff right at some point.
We'll kick in more if we just get a better stream. We'll kick in more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you so much. It's been incredible and such a pleasure to have you. And hopefully we'll have you back next Into the Mist season, so you can play Rictavio again. Luke, I can't tell you how honored I am for you to play your father's player character on our stream. It actually gets me a little misty to think that the character that he created while building this incredible game that we all love, and for you to come in, it's an honor to have you play Mordenkainen. I can't tell you how incredible that is. So thank you so very much. Our fates have been intertwined for the last couple of years, and us doing stuff for Gary Con and Founders and Legends and back and forth. And I just thank you, friend, for you being a part of everything that we do here. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. You're welcome. And what a great opportunity to see Mordenkainen played again. And I always enjoy those adventures and getting to play them. Actually, my first time I ever played Mordenkainen. So ever. My dad's character would be like, "Good way, kid. That's my character." So it was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and that creature was pretty buff. That was bad news. That was a bad news creature. So,
thank you.
And this is great. So hopefully this is a wonderful cliffhanger and a good job leading everybody up to the edge here. And I think you'll have a big audience when you come back for season 4. Yes,
3. It'll be soon.
3, yeah.
3 in about 3 months. Yeah. Thank you so much, Luke. Appreciate it. Noura, thank you for becoming a regular part of our stream, of course.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are a permanent fixture for Realmsmith right now, and thank you for it so much. To the rest of you guys, I'll see you soon, hopefully, in this madness that is COVID, and hopefully we'll be back at this table very, very soon. But of course, to you guys, I love you guys so much. My best friends and my partners in crime, and living this crazy dream that we're living, playing D&D for a living. It's crazy. So, guys, I love you all. Thank you to the community out there. We will be back in 2 weeks for Tides of Wildmount. Don't miss it. November 23rd is the premiere. And then we'll play that for 3 months, and then we'll be back for Into the Mist Season 3. And maybe Mordenkainen will make an appearance at some point in the future. Tomorrow night, Behind the Screen. Thursday, Players Table. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys soon.
You have to draw a name.
I didn't draw names. I didn't. Thank you, Matt. I didn't draw names. I wasn't even watching my phone.
Thank you, chat. That was chat.
They're probably yelling at me right now. I'm rolling a dice. What number dice am I rolling here? Oh, something.
Name. What was that?
Oh,
Joel's internet's messing up too, I think. He keeps dropping out, so he's like fragmenting or something. I don't know what's going on. What dice am I rolling here, Giuliano? Elder Ludari's letting me know. Sorry, guys. D30? How do I roll a D30? Okay.
I have D6s?
D10 and D20.
D6 and a D10.
Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. So that's a 1 and a 19. And $11. 19 and 11, here we go. Drum roll. First winner is Mercy. You have won a seat at our prologue game for Tides of Wildmount Scene 2.
Nice.
Season 2. And D. Nicole 32, you have won. And these are members of our Discord. We are going to have a game that leads into Tides of Wildmount. They are part of our Revelry Pirate group that we have on our Discord on a regular basis. Thank you so much, guys. Again, you have a wonderful night. Love you all. Stay safe. Take care.
Bye.